Okay, so today we're going to dive into something pretty intense, right? We're talking about Surah Al-Qiyamah from the Quran, which translates to
the day of resurrection.
the day of resurrection. I mean, this is kind of a
Heavy stuff.
heavy stuff. Yeah, it's like thinking about life and death.
Yeah.
And what comes after. I mean,
It's a big one.
it's a biggie. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And, this surah, it really gets to the heart of Islamic belief.
Okay.
It's this reminder that we are accountable for what we do and that there is judgment coming.
Yeah. And it just dives right in, right from the beginning.
It does.
I mean, there's no easing into it
Yeah.
with Surah Al-Qiyamah.
Nope.
It starts with these really dramatic oaths,
Right.
like swearing by the day of resurrection itself,
Hmm.
but also by, and this one kind of threw me, by the blaming soul.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one, isn't it?
What is that?
So there are different interpretations, but a lot of scholars see this blaming soul as our conscience.
Okay.
That inner voice we all have,
Right.
The one that tells us right from wrong.
The one that judges.
Exactly, judges us.
Okay.
So these oaths, right at the start, they're like,
Setting the tone.
yeah, setting a super serious tone, like a cosmic wake-up call,
Yeah.
Like, this is important, pay attention.
This is serious stuff.
Exactly.
But what I thought was interesting is even with this like intense start, the surah acknowledges that people, have doubts,
Of course.
even about this like really fundamental idea.
Yeah, I mean, even for people of faith, right?
Yeah.
These are huge concepts.
Absolutely.
And it's natural to question things.
To wonder about the timing.
Yeah, like, when is this all going to happen?
Right. And some people even denying it outright.
Right.
Saying,
This isn't real.
it's not going to happen.
Ain't going to happen.
But the surah presents that. It almost feels like it's,
acknowledging it.
yeah, like
Anticipating our questions.
right. And like inviting us into this, like
Deeper conversation.
about what we believe.
what we believe, yeah.
And why.
And why, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's,
Get into
it, right.
Right.
Like, how does the surah actually describe the day of resurrection?
Okay.
Because I gotta say,
Yeah.
when I was reading it, I felt like I was watching a movie trailer
Right.
for like the most epic
Yeah.
cosmic
Like event.
event ever.
Right. And the imagery is just so vivid.
So vivid.
It's like you're there.
It's like dazzling visions, the
Yeah.
moon being like
the
eclipsed,
sun moon merging.
merging together. I
Yeah.
mean, this is wild stuff.
It's powerful. And I think, while some people might take this literally, right? Like this is exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's also this deeper symbolic message.
So like beyond the literal,
Events themselves.
yeah, beyond the literal events.
Okay.
It's pointing to something that's beyond our comprehension, right?
Okay.
Something bigger than us.
Bigger than us. Yeah.
Something that should shake us to our core.
Wow.
And I think those cosmic events, even if we understand them symbolically,
Right.
they evoke this sense of awe.
Okay.
And maybe even a bit of fear.
Fear. Yeah.
Yeah, reminding us of like the power,
The power.
and majesty of God.
Okay. And this power that
Yeah.
we can't escape.
We can't escape it.
Right. Because the surah makes it clear, there's no hiding from this.
No.
There's no
refuge.
judgment. It's it's directly challenging that human instinct,
Look,
right?
Totally.
To run away from consequences.
Yeah, to try and hide what we've done.
To bury the truth.
Right, to pretend it didn't happen.
But on this day, it all comes out.
It all comes out.
Everything comes to light.
Everything.
Everything. Okay, so the surah really emphasizes that nothing is missed.
Nothing. Okay.
All recorded.
So our deeds, obviously,
Yeah.
the things we do, but even
Or the things you didn't do.
the things we didn't do.
The things you should have done.
Oh,
The
yeah.
things you thought about doing.
Wait, even our thoughts.
Even your thoughts.
That's a pretty intense
And it's intense.
level of accountability.
It is.
I can understand actions.
Yeah.
But
Your inner world.
my inner world too.
Yeah, it's all there.
Wow.
And I think this is it's a powerful statement about personal responsibility.
Okay.
We can fool other people.
Right.
We can even fool ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
But ultimately, nothing is hidden from God.
Okay, so that makes me think about how the surah contrasts, the fleeting nature of,
this world.
This world, yeah, this life.
Yeah.
With the eternal...
Eternal significance of the afterlife.
Right, of what comes after.
Yeah. It's almost like it's asking us to like...
Zoom out.
Zoom out, yeah.
Look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, like really question...
Your priorities.
My priorities, right. Like,
what matters to you?
What really matters.
Yeah, where are you putting your energy, your time, your focus?
Right, because this life is...
Temporary.
Temporary.
It's fleeting.
And then the surah gives us this like very visual image of two groups of people.
Two groups.
Right. It's very clear.
It's a stark contrast.
It is.
One group, radiant faces.
Okay.
Looking towards their Lord. That content, joyful.
Okay.
And the other, gloomy faces.
Okay.
Clearly not happy with the situation.
Not where they want to be.
No.
So like contrasting fates.
Contrasting fates.
And I mean, that really aligns with...
Yeah, it aligns with the concepts of heaven and hell.
Okay.
Which are, central to Islamic belief.
Right.
But it's not just about the physical descriptions, right?
Okay.
It's about the inner state.
The inner...
Of these two groups.
Okay.
The state of those who lived a life...
In accordance with...
Aligned with the divine will.
Okay.
Versus those who...
Chose a different path.
Chose a different path, yeah.
But then the surah, it doesn't just focus on like this big picture kind of panoramic view. It gets really personal.
It does.
When it describes the moment of death.
Yeah.
I remember reading about like the soul reaching the breastbone. The pleas for a healer.
Yeah.
Like that realization that...
This is it.
This is it. There's no going back.
There's no turning back. I mean, that's heavy stuff, right?
It is heavy. It's like...
But it's real.
It's real.
And I think that visceral imagery, it forces us to confront our own mortality.
Right.
To remember that death is coming for all of us.
Everyone.
And
it makes you think, like...
How are you living your life?
How am I living my life?
Knowing that this moment will come for you too.
Yeah, that's powerful.
It is.
And the surah also addresses like those who outright reject faith.
Yeah.
And, live a life of arrogance and denial. Pretty blunt about...
He doesn't sugarcoat it.
No.
But I think, we can also see this as a warning, but also a reminder.
A reminder that
we have the power to change. Yeah, it's never too late.
To turn back.
To seek forgiveness.
To align ourselves.
Yeah, to align ourselves with God's will.
Okay, and then there's this amazing passage that uses like the stages of human development. Right? Starting from like a single drop.
A drop of semen.
Yeah.
To a clinging clot, then a lump of flesh.
All the way to
fully formed human being.
Right, and it's using this to highlight
God's power.
To
create.
And to resurrect. To bring us back to life.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a powerful reminder that life itself
is a miracle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's pretty awe-inspiring, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is like the ultimate message?
Ultimate message
of Surah Al-Qiyamah?
I think it's about living a meaningful life today. Yeah.
Okay.
While the surah focuses on the day of resurrection, right? It's also a guide for how we live our lives right now. Yeah, it's a call to examine our actions, to think about our purpose. And to really strive for a life of righteousness.
Okay.
Knowing that we will be held accountable.
Knowing that it matters.
It matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for everyone listening out there,
yeah,
how does this understanding of life, death, and accountability impact your choice?
Your actions.
Your actions, yeah.
What kind of legacy are you building?
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
Yeah. Well, I think this deep dive has given us a lot to think about.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us on this journey.
Absolutely.
Through Surah Al-Qiyamah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Sounds good.
All right.
See you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.